EMD is finalized, we're gonna have a new EMD promotion. So congratulations. I really think your team is growing a lot and give us a lot of inspiration. Thank you, Marcel. All right. How about everybody stand up? Let's do a whoosh, yeah? Okay. Let's do a whoosh. Team Everest! Great. Okay. So, how many of you think this is the shortest meeting? How many of you love the short meetings? Okay, and that's why it makes it really, really hard to think about how to deliver the best in terms of what is the best in our team Everest for you guys. And Sunny asked me to do closing, and I was thinking, Sunny, you should do closing. You're the head of our team, right? And Rocky asked me to do a topic called Building Giants for July 7th. We have 3 topics in July 7th on the product, on system, and as well as leadership, 9 o'clock sharp. So can all the Chinese people be there on time? And the English, you guys be at night time after 8 o'clock. Can everybody be on time on the last day of the ship? Yes. I mean. And so I was thinking so hard and no ideas come to my mind. I was, I am so out of ideas. I have no idea what to talk to. And I was so panicking. I was like, what to do, right? And then so yesterday I went to the Hermitage Museum. How many of you were there? Yeah. You guys like it? And by the way, I do not like museums. Usually, right? And every time Mark goes, we went to the Louvre Museum, and I have no idea what's going on. And but this time we had a person, the tour guide, to explain the different things. And the picture and the area that caught my attention the most is actually not the most famous paintings. The thing that really caught me so hard was the wall of the 1812 war where Napoleon Hill invaded Russia. And you guys know what happened, right? Okay, for those of you who did not know what happened, I was so inspired at that place. Everybody they were leaving, and I was still spending my time there to look at the faces of the generals. And suddenly an idea came to my mind about generals. And then later on, right? And then I went shopping. I'll tell that story later. I went shopping I've got souvenirs like this for my 3 daughters at home, including my brothers. That's why it's 3. And then I was thinking, what do I need to get for my baby Ty, right? My boy, he doesn't want to like those dolls, but this thing make a good sound. So I said, okay, good, let me get this doll, right? And the salesperson said, Ling, this is and they said $100. I said, what? A souvenir for $100 for a little baby 1.5 years old? Should I get it, right? And then I look at it, and I look at it, and this person looking at me. I was like, oh, so mesmerized by this, so pretty, right? And then, okay, I get it. So I paid for it, $100. I came home, I was playing with this doll, and I was throwing it away, and then no matter how I knock it, no matter what I do to it, this thing stands up. So no matter what I do with it, it still stands still. So no matter how you knock it down, knock, 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 everything knock, 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 fall, everything, and it still stands up. And then boom, right away, I said, you know what, this $100 is so worth it. Because I got my closing message. So right away, I will start thinking, and I was like, you know what, I start to quiet down, and I start thinking about all your faces in my mind. I start looking at all the pictures that you guys post, and I was linking everything together. And throughout this cruise, I actually see a lot of happy faces, a lot of happy sharing already. But then there's still, some of us are still feeling a little bit down. Some of you? Before the cruise, right, some of us have some issues. We have chargebacks the past 6 months. We have issues coming up, right? We have things that did not. See, we have issues like that, up. Right? So okay, focus. Thank you, George. Okay, so that makes me start thinking. You know what? What measures a general? What is the measurement of a general? And I start thinking, it's the amount of battles that we win. Isn't that true? So in this business, we actually have the tangible battles that we all know, like running for your first promotion, running for your SA, running for your MD, running for your ring. When I know some of you run so hard, going to be running for the CO promotion, we're running for the 750K, and Rakeshi whole hierarchy running for the 50 million. So everybody have runs. We have to achieve those tangible battles, and that's what outside people see, right? But however, I really believe the things that knock us out is not the tangible battles that we lost. If we miss the promotion, we'll crank it back up and we'll get up again. But it's the internal struggles, it's the internal intangible battles that really might sometimes keep relationships apart. It might tear relationships. We might have emotion issues, right? As you guys can think, right? What are some? Think about it. I was thinking about Napoleon Hill. Not Napoleon, sorry. Napoleon. Napoleon, the one who invaded Russia in 1812. And I was hearing Mark to share with me all the story, and I was like, I cannot imagine, right? When he first came to try to invade Russia, he was actually so proud that he knows that he will win. He's an undefeated general. He's one of the best war strategists in the world at that time. He has won so many wars, right? Can you imagine when he come in? But you know what? At that time, because of his ego, because of his complacency, and because of his, I would have said, like, he really underestimated how strong the Russians are. So I really sometimes think it's that kind of ego, it's that kind of, how do I say that? We're no longer on the feet, right? On the ground. That's what can get us the defeat. And what happened was the bitter snow of Russia, right? And coming in, they spread the war line too long. And when they're here, right, with all the strategies that the Russian generals deployed, they actually defeated the famous Napoleon. And that turned around Russia's entire fate. They started to become a world strong power after 1812. But what I was so inspired also, not only by the generals in that war, but later on, right? Even Napoleon was defeated in that war. Can you imagine you were undefeated and you got defeated? How would you feel? How would you feel? I thought that was the end of Napoleon. So he was exiled to the island and all of that. And guess what? Even Napoleon himself still can bounce back. Even himself still come back and still have more wars later on, right? So I really think it's like, how can I, in this business, when you're down, I know some of us are still, even with all the sharing today, you inspire us so much. The future leaders of Team Everest, I'm so proud of you guys. Some of you are even born in the 90s. And I'm like, Sonia is in the 90s. I start thinking, oh, I'm 10 years older. You know, so I feel like that's great. They give us hope that the future leaders of Team Everest will stand up. You guys will really, really rise up, right? So when we go back home, right, even our team has challenges, from new people, or getting skepticism from friends, to later we start building team and we don't have team. We don't like elite circles. Some people don't like to go to convention and they have to learn to like it, right? Some people don't like to deal with teams, some don't like to deal with the relationship issue. Some people don't like the upline to tell them what to do. We have communication issues, miscommunication. All of those things will happen when we start building a business. And I really think whenever those things happen, can we look at this doll again? Can we look at this WFG doll, I call it. Now the WFG doll, every single time when we have issue, can we really think, no matter what, because there's one principle I want to talk about. One principle of this doll, it never falls. So one principle of WFG is we never quit. And we'll always stand tall. Can we do that? Can we do that, right? That's the one principle, because one sentence last time I heard was, they said, what is love? Love is when two imperfect persons refusing to give up on each other. And I think it's the same thing for WFG. It's when two of us, when we refuse to give up each other, no matter, right? And no matter what kind of issues can happen, no matter how big of a disagreement we have, or miscommunication that we have. Because the best thing about WFG, I was texting Sunny the other day. We had some coaching, right, with the team. And I know Sunny spends so much effort. In every retreat this morning, she had a tour and she cannot go because she really want to spend time to think about what to do for this team. And she's here for today. And I know she was so tired yesterday coaching 4 rounds of people. And I felt that our leader is, how do I say it? I felt the distance of how far I am from her in terms of uniting the team and really providing the leadership that you need, because I myself are not perfect. I myself have so many things to learn in leadership myself. But one thing I realized is this: in this business, even though we have arguments between side team, right, between peers, between leaders, there's one principle I really like about this business, because it always keeps us together. We always have one common goal, and that one common goal is we need to grow ourselves and grow the business. Because I asked myself when I was really down, I wanted to quit. But no, I don't mean years back then. I mean, quitting does not mean quitting the business. Quitting could be quitting on a person. Could be like, let's say between me and Sunny, I'm so resentful towards you on whatever it is. I said, okay, fine, Sunny, I don't want to work with you. I can be independent. That's one kind of quitting. Or she can think, Ling, you're so unappreciative. I don't want to work with you. I want to work with Johnny. Does that make sense? So in that case, I start to think in this business, quitting and retreat, right? The actual defeat is in not leaving the business. The actual defeat we need to catch ourselves is when we're emotionally retreating already and quitting on each other. And that is the true defeat that we have to overcome to be giants in this business, right? So I really think, how about this? In the future, can we be like this WFG doll, right? We can fall, but we always get up. Can we do that?
Yes.
We will actually will be defeated, but can we always bounce back, right? And most importantly, we might be beaten sometimes, but can we always charge forward, right? And actually, we will fail 1 time, 2 times, many times, but can we learn from each mistake? We'll be hurt, but can we still forgive? Because ultimately, we have to learn to let go. We have to learn to overcome ourselves, and we have to really learn to love unconditionally so that we can graduate from life lessons and be a true leader in the future. And I think in this business, I really think Team Everest, in order for this team to be a 20 million giant and to build more giants in the future, and that is the vision we see for all of you guys. That is not just Sunny to become a 20 million industry giant. It's how many industry giants we need. And that, I really believe, needs all of you. We need you. We need each one of you. Can we do that? When we come to this cruise, can we remember this moment? That is by this moment that we really remember, no matter what, can we not quit? Can we not quit on each other? Can we not quit on this team, no matter what kind of PFAs out there? It doesn't matter. This is the team that will, no matter what, in the future, that we can grow, and this is how we witness together. Every one of your sharings matters. I was tearing up, hearing some of your stories, like driving 6 hours, being pregnant 8 months, still going to convention. To me, those stories touches my heart. Can we be open to inspiration no matter how long we're in life? Can we do that? And so now, this, I'm not gonna give to my baby anymore as a souvenir. It's gonna be a souvenir for myself because Helen said art is priceless. But for me, I think WFG is priceless. This $100 doll is like my $100 business, but it's priceless is how you look at it and the meaning you attach to overcoming battles that we face. So can Team Everest rise up?
Yes.
All right, guys, let's conquer. Thank you.